This is Morty back with another video for my skeletal snipers. So, as an update, I've changed the build around a little bit to enable a double curse setup. I just don't know if I like it because of the delay in cast time. I'm casting this on the ground, so it's, okay once it's on the ground. I'm only doing it during bosses. I don't need it during clears. Um, I rerouted my tree a little bit, so that I could get some additional mana regen, got rid of this recoup, got some damage taken from mana to kinda help a little bit more with some survivability. Like I said, I just don't know that I like the setup. This might get switched out, this might get switched out, so it leaves us a lot of extra points. I did wanna go over some gear updates, and I'm gonna hover over these, just for a second for anybody that wants to check out my gear. Um, Scepter, Spirit, Int, or Strength Dex, whatever you can get on there, for stats because, man, stats are so vital in this. +5 levels. I'm gonna update this helm again. I wanna get, like, 40 plus item rarity for the helm. Um, then I got corrupted amethyst ring, which has a bunch of resists on it, and the skill speed. So skill speed is nice because it reduces the use time on the gas arrow. So it's usually 1.25, but with this skill speed that I have here and this skill speed, it brings it to 1.04. Then I got a chest with a bunch of spirits, some stats, some life resists. Um, Another ring with resists item rarity. I want to get probably um, some quality on this. It really depends on. So my plan in the future is to get rid of the gloves, helm, and chest, and go with the ghost. I can't remember the name of that chest plate that, like, halves your life and, gives you a bunch of ES for it, so I might do a swap, um, get rid of some block here and get a bunch of, like, um, ES and ES regen. I did some math on it, it looks pretty good, if I wanna keep, like, kind of my setup. It looks like I can get around, like, 384, um increased ES and 202 ES regen, staying kind of in this general area by refunding these points and some points over here. I did make some changes. I was pathing through the tree here, um, with my shield because I have 43%, I was able to get rid of this node, and because I, was able to path along the side instead of through the middle, I saved a couple points. I got rid of this one. I needed the 10 strength, but I got it just from, these 2 pathing points here. These these points, like, even with the hulking form, they're just so bad. Like, the 5 dex and 5 strength is just better than 30 armor or life regen. Like, I can't imagine taking these. This one was good because it had the 10 strength, and I needed this when I had 41% block chance on the shield, but my thought process is to get up to 48% block on the shield, then I can get rid of these 3 nodes, and I can reroute the tree along this side, and I can save a point and use it someplace else. But enough about the skill tree, I'll go over my amulet. So I did get the, anoint for the amulet for +1 chaos, level of chaos, skills. so that increases my minion level. I did put quality for intelligence on this, so I got, it was a 30 int on the suffix and 14, or you can see here, 32 int on the suffix and 14 on the implicit. So I got a couple on the implicit and 6 on the, um, suffix. It's, like getting these extra stats is just so vital. I upgraded my boots to a strength dex 1, um, 1 resist and movement speed. I'm probably gonna do something like that with the gloves and something like that with the helm because I'll have when I replace the chest piece, the helm, and the gloves, I'll have 4 empty sockets again, so I can put, like, 72 of whatever resist I need, and I'll update the belt too. Probably get, um, a high cold resist on the belt, and then I'll either go for, um, another high resist or I'll go for stats again, just so that I don't have to worry about those. So that's the gear. I'm gonna do a quick, T15 map with a boss here, to kind of show you the play style. I've noticed a lot of people that are using skeletal, I noticed a lot of people using skeletal, arsonists. They do a lot of, hanging out in one area. So I just wanna show, like, the difference with, the skeletal snipers. So, I go with as many skeletal snipers as I can, and then I'm just, the reason why I do that is because sometimes the skeletal snipers, they'll, like, despawn as you're running around the map, and, I'm just using my, command as I'm running through the map. Sometimes they'll despawn, like 2 of them or 3 of them, and, like you can see right now, I have 2 up, 1 up, and then they all respawn. So, as long as you have 1 up when the other ones are respawning, the respawn won't reset, I guess, is how to say it. So having more up is more advantageous for, like, moving around the map. So, as you can see, like, I'm just walking around the map, casting the gas command. Every once in a while, I'll shoot an orb out so that it explodes everything. The great thing about the gas is that as I'm walking through the level, the gas is accumulating, like, behind me, and whatever gas is touching, when I ignite it, it burns it all. So if there's mobs up, behind me, they'll still get hit by the explosion. And in a lot of these cases, I don't even need to use my explosion at all because my gas is doing so much damage. And I'm just on a 5 link right now for damage and 1 more for, support. So the support is pin so that, you know, if it gets out of hand, I can just move around a little bit and my minions will pin stuff in place. The only bad thing about, like, I'm still mouse moving, so one of the bad things about it is sometimes the placement for the orb is a little bit off, so I'll miss, like, an explosion here or there. That's a skill issue on my part, so, I just need to get good. Otherwise, it's, Okay, we're almost to a boss here. We'll see if I can I don't even remember which boss this is. I'm tinkering around with, like I've been using the immolate here for boss fights, but it says it can't ignite, so I don't know. It's 30% damage as extra. It's nice, but man, does more sound better? So I was checking out the stats for this. It seems to work for skeletal snipers, but I'm not sure, and I just don't know. I am really bad at math for PoE, so I do kind of rely on path of building a bit for PoE 1, and I just don't know like what feels better. I guess for this boss, I'll try the Ellie pen, and we'll see how this goes. I don't even remember what boss it is. Oh, it's the big dude that's gonna just mess me up. Well, it wasn't the like best boss fight. That guy's scary, so and I just don't know about that pen. The pen didn't feel good. But you saw like when it exploded, it stunned him, so that was really great for some free damage. So maybe on some more boss fights in the future, I'll use some different skills, and I just don't know what feels good for that fifth skill slot. But like I'll finish up the map, just showing you guys like how the clear is. It's not super fast, but the w- my play style, the way that I have my character set up, um, it works for me, and I feel like it's a little bit faster than what I've seen. A lot of those SRS builds with the flame wall doing, and of course, it's way back at the beginning where this last guy is. I see a lot of the people running the flame wall and the arsonist. They do a lot of like hanging out, kind of like behind their minions, and I'm ahead of mine in a lot of cases, a lot of the time. So um, just showing you that that was a T15 running through here. These guys do like great single target damage. I'll port back to town and show you guys like the character stats for them. So they're why is that? Okay, have pin, skeletal, sniper. There it goes. I don't know why I clicked on that basic and it wasn't showing any info. So, like if you scale them, they do a lot of damage really. My gas arrow, just the impact of that, like if it hits any of them, it's doing 12,000 damage um per use, right? Um and then the poison cloud, when it's just sitting there, is doing, you know, uh 28,000 damage just sitting on the ground. So they're running through it, taking damage every second. And then the explosion, usually, it's gonna do 102,000, and then I'll show you with the other, skill gems here. It's not gonna show the damage for immolate be or the pen because it doesn't show that, um, information on gas arrow, but, um, I'll show you the primal armament. So, 102,000 to, um, 128,000. So, there's some, big damage increases there. And then, um, I spec'd out of a lot of damage on the tree to get the extra curse stuff, which, like I said, I'm not quite sure if I want to. This is, um, 10 points right here that I could respec into, uh, 1 point of damage here, and I could come back up to this damage wheel if I felt like there. Oh, I wanted to go over my gems too. So, like, right now, I just have some crappy increased crit chance gems, um, and some this one's another increased crit chance, recoup life, and this one's, area of effect and skill cost converted to life. So, like, the good thing about the recover 2 life on kill here, when the gas cloud kills them, I'm gonna get that, right? So, um, that's a nice way to sustain. I wanted to go over some of my, um support gems that I'm using too, and why I'm using Blasphemy and Overwhelming Presence. So I swapped from the Healing Presence to Overwhelming so that I could get some ailment threshold and stun threshold on enemies. So this will help me stun them if I need to, like probably happen on that boss. And then I can attach herbalism here, so my flasks are better, and I have, cannibalism here, so life recovered when you kill as w life recovered on kill when you have this, active, right? So, I'm getting kills from the gas cloud, so I'm getting 4% life recovery from this, and then clarity, of course, just to help with some of that mana problems. So my potions that I'm using, I upgraded my main flask to have a higher recover max, and I get 20% of that instantly from my belt. And then I have like a high mana recovery flask too. So that's it. Sorry for the long video today, but I just wanted to, show a little bit of the clear with the build, go over the items. Not the final video that I'm gonna make. I still have a bunch of gear upgrades that I want to make, and I want to transition to ES just to see how it feels. I don't know how it's gonna feel losing block from what I've seen some other streamers and YouTube makers do, like Crip and Gazzy and stuff like that. Um, I don't know how it'll feel for my play style. Their stuff works for them and might work out for, like other people, but for me, I'm like up in the mob's faces a lot, so I like that block. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great rest of your day. Peace.